Hello students, so today we will learn the story of graphic designing. From ages, mankind has used graphics, but the evolution of graphics in the new era has been very recordable. It's an art of speaking without texts that has evolved into professionalism. It's very interesting for you all to see the attractive hoardings, television advertisements and animations, right? But have you ever thought the origination of these styles? From where on earth did they came? And why for? The origination of these styles is the continuation of the story of graphic designing. So let's take the example of a roadside hoarding or a signage. When we see them, we just simply understand them, in spite of no verbal language written on them. This is the motto of graphic designing, that is, speak without text. Broadly speaking, the non-verbal medium of communication that deals with the visual media, as we say, change is the only constant. Graphic designing has also been able in bringing a shift in the digital technology of the world. Here, students, I'll introduce three terms: interactive designing technique, information architecture, and GUI, that is, graphical user interface design. You will understand the meaning of these terms as I explain further. See, if you think for a while, like what comes in your mind from interactive designing technique? Yes, simply it's a medium of communication via designs. Likewise, information architecture. For example, traffic symbols or road signages, they are an architecture that is informative for us, which provides information to follow. At this point, let's run few years back to the origination of this information architecture. Roman milestones are the very first form of informational architecture. They were the earliest road signs showing distances or say directions. Now come a little back in the Middle Ages, where multi-directional signs at road intersections became common. In 1908, the International Road Congress Conference in Rome proposed the basic pattern of traffic signs, and from then it's very common in countries to install signages. But according to convenience, there have been considerable changes in them from 1908 till date. Graphic design is everywhere. Graphic design has merged with our lifestyle in a big way. From the moment we get up in the morning till the time we go to sleep in the night, we are surrounded by graphic designs. Like for example, you get up on the bed and see the newspaper headlines, which is topography graphic design. Next, you have breakfast and you see a logo on the milk pack, that is graphic design. You open your computer and click on the icon, graphic design again, and it goes on. Graphic design makes things intelligible. How? Smartphones, smart TV, smart clocks. These are very common, right? We wake up in the morning and see the time in the clock. Readability of the numbers, color of the dial, everything has an impact on us. News flows through all the pages of a newspaper with appropriate attention to text, type, size, and layout. Graphic design. Graphic designs make life more convenient as it makes information more accessible and understandable. Otherwise, we will be lost if directional signage does not exist. Milestones or indicators of distance on Indian highways have white background with a yellow or green top. The names of cities and distances are painted in black. The names of nearest towns and cities are written along with distances to the nearest cities in both directions. Today, the signages are designed using various types of materials suitable for night vision and low light visibility. Now, let's take a look to a different talent of this, graphic design. That is, it provides identity. For example, flags, they are the symbols of identity. Likewise, logos are another form of identity. We find ourselves surrounded by different logos, symbols, and brands. Just for instance, when you go to the market, you have various choices available for buying a product, but there will be a few which will attract your attention. Why? Because of its attractive design and packaging. Here comes another important branch, packaging design. So till now we have understood that graphic design expresses and informs. Dear students, graphics are useful in providing information during natural calamities like earthquakes, disasters, and even during wars. Graphics are also used in textbooks you follow, of all subjects. Yes, particularly in geography, science, language, history, and mathematics to illustrate theories and concepts. The most common example of graphics in books are maps and diagrams. Graphics, no doubt, are successful in making the instructional process welcoming and interesting, and of course, more easily understandable. Also, many websites like aesthetically designed interactive graphic websites create both the look and feel and enhance online experience to a web user. Therefore, it has become important to understand the intricacies of the digital medium with translation of graphic ideas into experiential ideas. So, the primary requirement of graphic designing is a creative mind, which every one of us have. The main part is nurturing the skills like observation, critical thinking, and analytical thinking. This will do nothing but enhance graphic design capabilities. Traditional tools such as pencil, pen, and brush are no doubt of absolute importance. But contemporary graphic design also appeals a very significant advancement parallel to these. Design is not just about creating beautiful images. It generates new thoughts, provokes mind, creates or changes mindset, and ultimately changes people and society. I would like to repeat again that change is the only constant. My friends, this is the gift of this excellent technology to mankind, created by mankind. So today we learned the introduction to graphic designing, and in the next class we will be learning graphic art and design. Thank you.